My name's Nicole. I'm here today to share with you some more interesting little points about the beauty of a Pilates practice. So another core principle of Pilates is the attainment of a flexible and mobile spine. Pilates said that somebody at 30 that can't touch their toes is unhealthy, yet someone at 60 that can is healthy. So the suppleness and the fluidity of your spine is really important at all stages of your life. And in a good repertoire of Pilates, we want to take the spine through different planes of movement. So let me show you rather than talk. The first one is forward flexion, which is a very popular position for the spine. And this particularly is a great exercise to do first thing in the morning when you get out of bed. So your feet are at hip distance and you're stacked up. Everything's nice and aligned. So you've got pelvis over your feet, your thoracic area over your pelvis, your shoulders over your thoracic, and your head over your shoulders. So your plumb line is lined. A nice gentle shoulder roll over and back. An inhale for your chin to your chest. So the very top of your spine is your neck, your cervical spine. And then as you exhale, begin to articulate like you're unstacking little building blocks, one vertebrae at a time, rolling forward until you can almost touch the floor. Taking a breath in. And then as you exhale and mobilize, you start to stack from tail through the middle spine, upper spine, and lastly, the cervical spine or the head, the neck last. Taking a breath, shoulder roll in between, inhale the chin, and then as you exhale, drawing belly button to spine, think about each element of your vertebrae, each of those little building blocks getting a turn to unstack and mobilize. So really working through any stickiness that may be in your spine, using your breath to assist the movement, and really thinking sequential movement. So not coming up head before shoulder, and really working from tail to top and then top to tail. So forward flexion of the spine, a really important way of mobilizing along the length. Another way of mobilizing our spine is to come into a position where we'd be seated, getting that alignment of our pelvis, so both sit bones evenly placed on the floor or on the mat, so your foundation is strong. Think of your pelvis or your sit bones like the roots of a tree, your spine like the trunk, and your arms out to the side like the leaves. Taking a breath in the center, and it's a simple rotation for 3, 2, and 1. Little exhales. Inhale to the center and exhale to the other side. So what we're thinking about here is breath, is stabilizing the sit bones or the pelvis, so there isn't any rocking of the roots of your tree. They are stabilized. You're working through the thoracic region of your spine, the spine that supports the torso. That's the part of the spine that can get quite sticky if we sit a lot at a desk. So the element or the movement of rotation really begins to de-stick the spine in that area. So the rotation is a fantastic way of mobilizing through that mid-region of your spine. The last movement, the last plane of movement, is lateral flexion from side to side, so like a side bend. So a really popular one in Pilates is what they call a mermaid. So start by sitting bottom onto your heels, slide your bottom to one side, tuck one hand under your ankle, reach for the ceiling, inhale, and then as you exhale, laterally flex into the side. So opening up your ribs like the leaves of a book and keeping your chest proud towards the ceiling, not crushing forward, but really staying along the length of the torso. Inhaling to the center, always using your breath to support the movement, and then exhaling to place that hand back on the side. To the other side, inhale. And then a lovely exhale. Think of drawing a rainbow along the front of the ceiling. Inhaling to the center, and then exhaling to finish your movement. So those 3 planes of movement, those 3 movements, forward flexion, rotation, and lateral flexion, should be a part of any routine in Pilates. And if you're just practicing at home, a really good way to mobilize your spine at the start of the day or at the end of the day. But Pilates provides us with these mechanisms, these repertoires of different movements that get the spine moving in different directions. So get to a Pilates class and get that spine mobilized.